I kind of like the Sky here. The Sky plus Sova is just double info, double drones, and backed up with the Cypher means a lot of extra information. You'll have to remember that Cypher obviously gets way more info than a Killjoy. See how much value it's going to get at the end of the day. Giovanni for early shock damage. Not going to quite land that.
An orb picked up. They're going to be funneling that into the Phoenix. Cam tags one. You get a peek of that trap wire as well. We'll see if that gets any value. The cage not going to be used just yet, and Kohler doing the typical Kohler things out towards B main, making sure nobody pushes just yet, but missing out on the timing there. As that cage goes up, it allows for DarkZero to hop around out towards A main. Nobody making any decisions just yet.
Surya may be finding contact over towards Kohler as well, who's in a really interesting position. Ange is down early. And that's going to be potentially opened up. I say that, but Cosmic Divide at 4 here. They are so well defended in terms of angles.
Yeah, and the ability to delay as well. If you want to play slow against this team, Kohler and Anderson going to find a couple of kills. I believe a dash on site. No, Screwface still hanging out. Suya trying to dash away. The shock darts get traded out. Screwface picking up the ghost from his fallen comrade. Is able to find a kill onto Churm. So no harm, no foul. DarkZero find themselves up 2 players and looking to wallbang through heaven, which isn't the easiest to do with the classics.
See how many flashes Duck has remaining me. That's going to be number 1 pulled out straight away. Yeah, you get the info. You know they're on site anyway. Timing here is going to be very important. Enox under a bit of pressure. Flash is going to be good, but not good enough to save Enox's life. Duck in a 1v3 now. Got the first kill in the 1 versus 4 to make it a 1v3. That's going to be it with Screwface picking up the last.
And good stalling tactics, but once those opening kills came through, what more can the Sky and the Brimstone do at that point? So just a tough round there at the end in a 2v4. They grabbed whatever they could.
Now grabbing up a lot of guns, and this is what I'm enjoying about this new meta as well. We're seeing a lot more diversity in the actual half-buys or the anti-ecos here, because now things like Bulldogs are way more affordable. The one gun that I think I've been missing that I would like to see teams maybe pick up a little bit more and experiment with a little bit more in half-buys is the Guardian, which has had its price drop quite considerably. So let's take a look at the setup here from Cosmic Divide. They're obviously trying to bait play, or they're hoping that DarkZero walk in over towards B. Massive crossfires being set up here. But as the drone flies on in towards A, it sees absolutely nothing. No sign of resistance at all. And that's going to be a free side on A.
That's the gamble stack not going your way as that spike goes down. And I believe a full save across the board. So all classics really hoping to just get whatever you could. And unfortunately, it was nothing. Now Kohler finally able to get some value here, playing on the opposite side of the map. Bird taken down, so nice shots there to avoid the flash, but they're all starting to run him down. He picks up 3, still got the Bulldog. Anderson's there to back him up. Churms is able to find 1, but needs to reload, needs to find 4 more, and a defuse going through the cage as Anderson, and well, going 6 feet under his Churms.
If it wasn't for the flank there, I was even thinking maybe Kohler gets an ace. Just get an ace feed early on during the anti-eco here, and that would instantly give you an ultimate. He's got enough kills that he's 6 out of 7 anyway, so an early lockdown play. In fact, I think this is a good round where DarkZero, if they focus on an orb, play for the lockdown. There's 0 counter to this lockdown. You give yourself a free site into a potential good post plan, and versus a team with a lot of guns, this is how DarkZero can actually win this round 3.
Unfortunately, Kohler on the opposite side of the map, not even going to contest for an orb. So they really want to give everything to Ainge here. Try and make plays off the run it back. As they look to take it quick. A lot of utility bought out here. The drone goes up, spots out Churms, looks for some more. The tripwire's not going to be there. As Screwface dashes on. Only a stinger in hand. They're looking to take a fight right to him. As Churms finds 1, Inox will go down. Duck gonna hop up there, and an operator here in round 3 for Suya is able to sit Anderson down, and it leaves it all up to Kohler. Was once across the map. Now needs to retrieve the spike and find a couple more kills here. A lot of time to do it. And the Trailblazer maybe misses out. Doesn't spot him just yet.
All right, that's going to give an opening here for Kohler to maybe just get a timing onto 1 for a kill. But I say that Suya has a line covered. I expect that Suya will instantly pop the shot, assuming he stays on the line. He's maybe thinking about not doing so. That should have been a spot on the Nano Swarm. So at this point, they know exactly where he is. Yeah, you got like all 3 players of Cosmic Divide looking and a recon.
Turret down, trying to bait out the op shot, but doesn't get it. Ooh, there's the jump peek, though, is able to cross. Grabs the spike, 30 seconds, and Nano Swarm to clear out Generator. Guiding Light to find the flash here. One grenade does push away, but Suya still holds the angle and finds the shot. Cosmic Divide on their first rifle will grab the round.
A lot more util spent than I expected. I mean, at this point, you're just throwing out nano swarms. You're just throwing out money into a round that you're probably not going to win. I would consider that the correct play in my mind is just to save the nano swarms. If you die, you die. You probably die anyway. Your likelihood of winning a 1v3, especially when the recon comes through, you've been spotted. Pretty unlikely. Interesting thing about the buys on this round is Screwface and Harmon both have Odins. It's a double Odin on the offense, which is not something I've really ever seen. I think the strat here is they're both going to spam on through and try and catch out Giovanni.
And I mean, this is, I know that there are some mixed opinions about the meta right now because this is, oh, those shock darts.
Perfect.
Beautiful there to destroy the lockdown, and that one not going to miss. Sometimes we see those go wide as Giovanni to find the first. Sherm's able to send the ult back, find a kill onto Screwface. Now looking to run down the team, but a flash is there. Harmon swings one back. Giovanni through the wall, and this is where I was getting this Odin meta. I mean, it just seems so watered down here on Ascent that people are getting tired of it, and we see the strengths of it as Kohler, the last one standing once more.
Yeah, this is going to be a painful round for sure. I mean, it's a pretty heavy investment. I say painful. Kohler's going to make it maybe painful on the other side as well, but I hope for Kohler to actually win this has dwindled. Cosmic Divide don't want to play this one any more aggressively than they already have. They fed 2 kills over. They have to wait for Kohler. Yeah, he knows that the operator's still there. Challengers a line, but Surya will clean him up. And that's going to be DarkZero. Unfortunately, flubbing their lockdown play. I would like to see Killjoys maybe change up the lockdown positioning a little bit, because that one corner angle that you place lockdown in is the expected one that every single Sova knows the double shock lineup for to kill it. So unless you're going to be someone that does a really cool play where you like body block a shock dart and just eat the damage so your lockdown doesn't, you have to know that if you're up against Sova, your lockdown in that corner is going to get destroyed 100% of the time.
Especially with B, the preferred site for Sova players because of the Ares or the Odin spam that we see. So you kind of get that spam early, and maybe you give up that play towards B. You know, hey, I can't throw the lockdown here because their Sova is here. But either way, Cosmic Divide able to find another round. This time, DarkZero are going to turn their sights towards the A site. As Anderson goes for the plan, hot hands to stop a push. As that door closes, just about everybody has since rotated from Cosmic Divide. They're up a player. The health bars are low for DarkZero as they bought into this round with everything they had, and well, Churms is making it hurt.
And low HP there is welcome to from Anderson, literally on one. Harmon and Screwface are going to do some decent damage. In fact, they've got 2 kills, making it somewhat workable. This is a lot more damage than I expected. Anderson's literally on 1 HP, by the way, so just a lick of damage away. You really hope that Giovanni will just be able to find this. What was that? A 1 HP thrifty headshot from Anderson to save the round, and DarkZero find their third.
Got me jumping here at my desk. The timing. Did you see that? Giovanni was walking around Dice while Anderson was peeking up towards heaven to try and get some information, and then walks back to the spike. It was the most perfect timing for Anderson. And then obviously Giovanni, not expecting anybody to be where he just cleared, goes right for the spike, and Anderson closes it out. Apparently, Avril, we can't count DarkZero out like that.
I mean, dude, that slips away from Cosmic Divide as well, who are now really trying to get control. Blaze Storm, 2 knives already expended. Now there is a bit of a, play coming through from both ends here. So potentially DarkZero get caught out, especially if Surya can land some of these shots. And contact may be found over towards B. Kohler gets a free kill on Duck.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide, they're going for the round that DarkZero just picked up. We saw Suya doing their best sheepdog impression, and they do sheepdog. DarkZero onto the site. The Blades are still online, and like you said, Churm's able to find one, maybe getting a bit of momentum as he found that classic kill. The Neural Theft gets the ping as well, and Suya goes from sheepdog into running everybody down. Now Screwface, the last one standing, as the knives go wide. A 1v2 situation. The Cloud Burst, the knives gonna be popped, but it's Churm's to close it out. What are we watching here, Avril?
Dude, it's eco days. Everyone is winning eco. DarkZero just got on early. Cosmic Divide, like, you know what? We'll try and go for one as well. And Churm's winning that 1v1 against, I think it was Cola at long range. Cola just couldn't control the spray down. And Churm's with a classic at max range lands a couple of headshots and wins that duel versus a rifle, gets a gun upgrade, and then finds the pivotal kill onto Screwface that allows him to win that 2 versus 1. And let's not forget that, by the way, Suya really popped off in that Blade Storm.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the round started with Suya, right? Pops a Blade Storm, immediately starts taking the flank, and it just forces DarkZero to kind of, you know, hurry up and scoot on into the A site and, you know, maybe be put in some uncomfortable situations running into the lower weaponry, but not at their pace. So either way, Cosmic Divide are able to find the round, and, well, Kohler, bit worse for wear here as it's Sheriff's purchased up once more. There's no way we get 3 in a row. There's no way we go back to back to back thrifties here. I can't imagine that happens.
I mean, Cosmic Divider would have to give up some guns here. They got great retake utility. I mean, consider that Orbital Strike plus Hunter's Fury are both available. They've spotted out the operator position, so Suya's going to have to back out the line from mid. That's going to open up mid. Giovanni could get a nice feed.
Yeah, Giovanni goes undetected as Screwface dashes onto the site. He has to answer to Inox, who's looking for a second, unfortunately not able to do so. As Kohler wins out on that fight, Giovanni going to find a nice headshot onto Anderson, leaving it all down to the Killjoy, who has assumed the operator, and that is quite possibly the best weapon to have with 4 HP. Still 3 players to worry about in that spike. Okay, there goes the op.
So he's not saving. What it says to me is that Kohler wants to make this play happen. He wants to make sure the Cosmic Divide cannot retrieve the operator, so on 4 HP, do as much damage as possible. DarkZero probably don't want to be sniping on the offense anyway. I understand that. So, what kind of damage we got here? Probably not a lot. There's a lot of backed up players that are working together for Cosmic Divide, so it's unlikely that these shots land.
Just able to nest egg on the spike. Running out of time, Kohler, quite honestly, just needs to go down here on his shield. He does do that. It's Churm's to find the kill there. It's Cosmic Divide to find the lead. But now we get back to a normality. It's going to be rifles across the board.
I think Cosmic Divide winning that eco is hugely important because they gave one up. And if you give an eco up, suddenly DarkZero about to run away with a bunch of rounds in a row, and Cosmic Divide are going to be really down. But the fact that they bring back an eco of their own really, like you said, brings back normality because you just kind of even things up. We've now just assumed what ends up happening is both teams go back to square one, back to where they were supposed to be, and ecos are back to where they were supposed to be as well. So a bunch of ultimates online for DarkZero, looking over towards A, and they're hard stacking A as well. Notice that Cosmic Divide will have mid control. They can go for flank.
Giovanni, though, looking to get heaps of value there as the ult gets sent back once more. So the run it back, not going to find anything. The Orbital Strike, the Hunter's Fury, all of it going to be used to net 3 frags on the side of Cosmic Divide. And DarkZero just have no way in off the back end of that.
And that's the problem with your hard stacking. I mean, you're just playing into ultimates. Talked about the Orbital Strike and the Hunter's Fury earlier. It said maybe it's good for a retake, but how about just stopping a push entirely? 0 pressure in towards mid, nothing over towards tree and short either, just 5 running in towards A main, and that means Cosmic Divide get to freely run down the DarkZero, who now don't have any players alive, well, enough players alive, 2v5. We're not expecting a lot here.
And Duck's got some information, knows that that spike isn't headed anywhere else as both players creeping up towards the A site. Now Harmon, the last one standing, has a Hunter's Fury of their own. Both 5 players to worry about. That would be... This would be something incredible, and I think just due to the economy alone, 200 credits in his pocket is going to opt to save this rifle.
So they'll have a hero rifle for the next round, and otherwise it will be a half buy. I think this would be a good round with enough loss bonus. I think they're at maximum loss bonus now. It might be time to bring in some cheap stingers, you know. Bulldog's pretty cheap now as well. Back that up with the hero rifle. You could have like you can maybe scramble together a bit of a round. So I want to see Cosmic, or rather DarkZero, look towards somewhat of a half buy if they can. Guardian, there we go.
There it is. You manifested it here on Ascent that we would get some Guardian, and I mean, who better? The Guardian is basically like an upgraded Sheriff, and I know that Kohler is kind of known for his ability to just pop grapes. Oh man, we talked about it too much. Darn it.
I spoke into existence. You spoke it out.
I spoke it out. Yeah, that's a rough one. But either way, the buy itself rough as well, as they go right back to feeding Ainge. The working towards that Hunter Shuri, not the Hunter Shuri. They run it back. Excuse me. Oh. Nice flash, but Kohler still going to come out on top, and there's an upgraded weapon for someone.
Yeah, if they can get it. I mean, it is being watched currently by Cosmic Divide here. Giovanni in a little bit of trouble. That's a lot of kills for DarkZero, considering they don't have the best equipment.
And the leader in Screwface, right? The tip of the spear, just going to run right past the weapon. Knows and understands on low HP. Can't do a whole lot. And well, Kohler now at 0 HP as Suya finds that kill. A 3v3 situation, but with the force and the weapons down, I'm wondering if DarkZero are still in a pretty good spot to close this out. Nope, Cherms won't allow it. The bouncer at the door refuses entrance onto the site without the cost of 1 life. So there's your cover charge. Now we've got a 2v2 situation. Duck gonna get blinded out here. Will hop away. The spike to be planted. So you're still with the op. Duck with the rifle, looking to creep around the head, maybe spotted. Tailwind to get away, but damage done no less. Regrowth is available, and it will be used.
I don't know where Duck is. His position's the most interesting right now. They need to approach this hell position together at the same time. Sorting into play. It's not going to be enough, and Anderson cleans up for 2, and a thrifty win for DarkZero, considering they walked into this round with a half buy, and as I said at the start of it, they needed to go for something where if you have a triple loss round bonus, which is the max you can get, that's enough money to get some reasonable half buy guns in. And off the back of it, I mean, you start with Kohler's 1v1 versus Enox, where he was flashed and he still won the 1v1. That's a huge start to the round for DarkZero that then snowballs further and further onwards to the point where it's Cherms 1 versus 3, and Cosmic Divide did not have enough members together, did not rotate quickly enough to respond to the threat.
Revealing area.
Now we've got another lockdown online for Kohler. Hovering over towards that B side. This is, you can always expect Kohler to be here. If not behind the little hut, maybe out towards tiles or back towards the spawn. Kohler is just always a problem and making you always worry. And the operator in the hands of Suya, it was tossed away before, thinking maybe they don't want to use the op on the attacking side, but Screwface, 10 rounds in now, starting to feel himself, finds a kill with the operator where Suya goes wide.
Screwface was really patient there as well, and that's another thing where teams are not expecting attacking teams to be playing with the operator, even though I think Ascend is one of the few maps where attacking teams will eventually go for an op, especially if you're confident. And just in that round, patience being shown where they're waiting to see if Cosmic Divide will walk in. They certainly do. Here comes another attacking Killjoy lockdown, this time placed a little bit off so that it can't just be instantly double shocked.
Oh, speaking of double, Duck was looking for it, not able to find it as nobody detained. There was a bit of space towards the back of Boathouse, so that will need to be cleared out. DarkZero are going to do that as the op shots still going to ring true on both sides, not going to land. Incendiary goes through, and that's not quite what you're hoping for if you're in Oxen. Well, neither is that, running right down the scopes there. Screwface finds her second on the round. A leg through the wall will allow Screwface to live, but maybe only for a moment longer. It's a 2v4. The health bar's chipped away, making a 1v4 as Giovanni needs to come up huge here. Spots the first, not able to find the fight. Just too many peeking down the barrels. We are tied up 5-5 here. DarkZero start to string stuff together.
Cosmic Divide needed to get way more done on the operator especially, and the retake with the op is never going to be good, but what I'm talking about is the fact that Suya did miss a shot onto Kohler, and Kohler did 100 damage to Suya as well in that trade. Meanwhile, Screwface got an opening kill onto Cherms, I believe. So on one hand, you have the operator DarkZero finding purchase, and on the other hand, Cosmic Divides doesn't give them a return frag. Now, if that was a 4v4 and Suya brings one back, we're looking at a very different round where maybe it's a little bit more retakeable. You one less player to deal with. And I mean, this is what I'm talking about, right? You need to find these opening frags, and through the smoke, even patience being shown as Suya lands a shot.
And the wherewithal, the understanding that somebody is going to be pushing, the timing perfect. You just can't coach that. Curveball goes through up the back end of a run it back, and he's looking to find something, but has managed to find nothing. Again, a bit of information gathered, and will stop a rotation for a second with those hot hands, but once that ult goes back, so will the rest of the Cosmic Divide squad. And with that, okay, so it did actually a whole lot more than I gave it credit for. It bought a full rotation. Duck gonna go down. Now the odds are even, and all four for Cosmic Divide are on the wrong site.
I mean, that Duck kill only comes in because of the fact that Screwface also landed a shot with the operator through the wall. So it's a combination of that and then Kohler finishing it off. Brilliant stuff. And now, okay, we have a 4v4. Still got ultimates on both sides. I don't think Blazestorm really will get used unless Screwface loses confidence here in the operator, but nope. Lands a shot to Suya, and now Cosmic Divide in a bit of trouble.
Heaps of trouble as another curveball used is going to net one kill, and Ox going to go down through the wall, and again, it's Giovanni. This time a bit more doable, not a 1v5, 1v4 situation, but a 1v3. With the operator in hand, maybe just looking to hang on to this one.
I think exit frags will be on board here for sure. I think you don't retake this at all. Don't really have utility. You don't have team members. Retaking with the op is pretty bad as well. If you can get out with the operator alive, I mean, that's pretty good. Missed the shot into Kohler, and I would honestly expect, and here it is, DarkZero will chase. You want to get rid of this operator if possible. Giovanni will make it as expensive as possible. Ooh.
That was close. That was almost the jet out of the sky and almost the quick scope there at the end. But either way, that op does go down, and this hurts, right? You hear that announcer, last round before the switch, and the economy for Cosmic Divide it's been better.
I would have preferred for Cosmic Divide there, for Giovanni to maybe try and find a rifle instead, or maybe his rifle that he started on and not have picked up the operator and just have gone for the retake, because when there's only around 2 rounds left anyway, saving doesn't feel good. Saving is like you're gonna give this 11th round away, whereas realistically speaking, even though it's a 1v3, you drop the op, pick up a rifle, you gotta go for that.
Now it's going to be the Blades again off the back end of the Seekers. Alarm bot taken down. Kohler in a tough spot, trying to get away as Anderson looks to back him up. It's a 2-for-1 trade, but a neural theft. Going to get some information. Ainge no longer going to have the element of surprise. Xenox looking to come right up close and personal with the judge. Now DarkZero need to back away, but they're able to trade it out. So we go trade for trade. With the favorable one at the beginning of the round. Gives Cosmic Divide a player ahead.
Cosmic Divide might have had some gun upgrades here as well. In fact, I expect them to. 2 players walking through from the attacking spawn. Surely will have rifles. Harmon and Ange, how long can they hold on for? Especially here we go, Hunter's Fury. No tags.
Yeah, wow, Harmon getting a little frisky with it there, just trying to delay. Does do so, but now the push will come on through. The hot hand's gonna be used. Duck spotted out towards heaven, and well, if you blink, you missed it. They will fall. DarkZero will lose the round, and 6-6 we go at the half.
Wow, a good rescue there. So Cosmic Divide, yeah, they give up the 11th round, but on the 12th one, they get a little bit more aggressive, find a few members, push out over towards spawn, get a few gun upgrades.
Switching sides.
Then have this 2-pronged attack over towards this retake here as well, where unfortunately just didn't get enough info on the recon. Need the Odin to really come true there. And stuck behind generator, doesn't know where to look, and Cosmic Divide will get a decent cleanup. 6-6, very close scoreline.
Now, based off of, I guess, what we saw, I put that in quotes, in this last matchup on Ascent for Cosmic Divide, they strung together 7 in a row to win in overtime. I guess 6 out of 7 were on the defense. They won 1 on the attacking side. In overtime, they're able to close things out, which tells me that is quite possibly their stronger side here on Ascent. They could totally prove me wrong, but I think 6-6 for DarkZero probably bodes a bit better than at Cosmic Divide, but we'll see. Is that Recon Bolt going to be taking down Screwface? Playing aggressive here. And if you're going to look to go A here, if you're Cosmic Divide, DarkZero aren't going to let it go for free.
I think Cosmic Divide had to rescue that defense, and now on the attack, they'll get the first blood required. So Screwface offs the angle. Should be a heal coming through from Cosmic Divide here as well. I don't know if the regrowth was purchased, but you have a very low HP Enox. There we go. Finally, the heal comes in.
Does sting that the Sky, unfortunately, doesn't get healed off the back end. So they're still going to be low HP on one. Player ahead, no less. The Sky smokes come down. 3 out towards Catwalk. Recon Bolt there. Ooh, the curveball. It gets the flashes, but it doesn't matter. The kills are there. It's played perfectly by Cosmic Divide. As Sherms gets spotted out, will be taken down. But you're still 2 players ahead. You're still in a great spot in the A site. Completely free here for a plant.
Yeah, Cherm's just, I don't know what he's doing. He's just running to his death. He gets hit by an alarm bot and has to know he's going to get swung on. It's going to be one being brought back the way of DZ, but it's still, you know, like you said, there's just not enough players alive, and it's going to be contact found on both ends of this retake as well. Anderson, if he actually wins this 1 versus 1, actually might make a duel, but that's, to me, the most important duel. I don't expect Kohler could really do too much on his position, though.
And Anderson, spotted out by the Owl drone, is going to look to push past the player and wind off the back end of a Paranoia, and Kohler is only good for 1 there. So you can see the cogs turning. Unfortunately, it doesn't go their way. DarkZero concede the pistol, which leaves Cosmic Divide with the 1-round lead.
I think that means it's Cosmic Divide actually leading first time in this map as well, because they were trailing behind. No, I lied. They were at 5 and 3 at one point, so that's a lie. But they'll once again be leading. Is the amended point I'll make here, as well as we head towards some buys in here. Bulldog being found. Su is actually going for a bit of a save, which says to me that he'll go for an early operator.
And that, I mean, confidence is key. We saw it in the last matchup. You keep that confidence high, you can continue to do good things. We'll see if that rings true for the Jet. As I think 1 Sheriff purchased up on the side of DarkZero. Outside of that, everybody on Classics and opting to play this fairly defaulted, right? They're not going for the cheese kind of gamble stack on a side and see if we can get anything up. As I say that, though, they are kind of...
There is still 4 on A, and now they're walking in towards mid. So none of these players have Sheriffs, by the way, and I'm not going to find contact just yet. Suya is super dipping. This would be really awkward if Suya says, I think A's clean, come back to A, and then suddenly they all walk into these, but contact will be found over towards Link, and here it is. Duck is just going to mow him.
Ooh, and here's that Sheriff. Kohler goes wide on the shot, looking to slip away. Turret able to find 1. Kohler finds the next. As Screwface picks one up onto Duck, so we're even across the board. Anderson inside. No way. I'm keeping a tally of the thrifty rounds. Could this be another? Suya, the only player who didn't force up, but has the full shields, takes a bit of damage, but still incredibly healthy. Anderson now needs to clutch this out.
He'll get a gun here for sure. There's a Bulldog, I think, in the front. Fakes the dash. He's assuming that Anderson is right around the corner. He's got no time. This is the issue. He's going for the plant immediately. Still has 2 smokes. Needs to smoke 1 of them just to go for a plant, and he's faked it. I think this is the kind of situation where you double smoke down. And the way you outsmart Anderson here, and yes, this is a thrifty win from DZ, so add that to the tally, Tanner. I think the way you outsmart Anderson in that situation is you put 2 smokes down and you plant in 1 of them. You assume Anderson's going to come in to respond, but he doesn't know which smoke you're planting in. So that's the only 50-50 chance you have, but if you don't go for the plant at all, you're hoping that Anderson challenges, you just win the 1v1, and unfortunately, the 1v1 was not found.
And that, I mean, that puts things in such a weird spot. It really shakes up the economy. Going into round 3, everybody kind of in an awkward spot. It looked like a Spectre was picked up, but you still have that Odin. You don't have a whole, you got Screwface on a Judge. So the buy's still not great for DarkZero, even coming into this one. Maybe just trying to salvage this one as a bonus round as those blades get popped. Now if you're DarkZero, you're shaking in your boots a bit. Suya's been pretty solid with the Blade Storm.
You're shaking, but you also have a lot of guns. So as long as you're not losing to this Blade Storm again, and you have to say again because the last time Cosmic Divide won off that, you should be okay. The difference is the Cosmic Divide were Blade Storming on the defense. Whereas now, for Suya to really get value here, I think the play that needs to happen is they have to execute on towards the site. He has to smoke down, dash into it, and then close the distance for those knives to be really useful.
You're going to be playing contact off the turret here. Nano Swarms are down as well. Sky Smokes, Owl Drone. Just about everything tossed out to try and find a take onto the side. Dash on into the Cloud Burst. No Cypher means no trap wires there. One right click, gonna trade that kill back. Harmon found one through the wall with the Odin. Gun is down. The site has been taken. A 4v4 retake, and it's really only the knives, unless that Odin was picked up and tossed over.
It wasn't.
Still. Okay, so yeah, only the knives for Cosmic Divide to defend.
Now that's the problem, because now you're into a post plant, but you don't have good post plant weapons except for the knife. So really, Suya has to kind of go 1v9 here. He has to carry the entire team. Everybody should just bait, or rather, Suya should bait his entire team, and he's going to be the first one dead. Hiding behind that double stack, everyone does that. It's the first space to get spammed down, and Screwface will close up this round.
Oh, Screwface is just having himself around, picks up the fallen teammate's Odin, and shows Harmon how to get it done with that. So the round swings away of DarkZero. It was scary for a second. Cosmic Divide made it spooky, but they only found one kill, so we don't go back and forth for the Thrifties, unfortunately.
I think that was a round where Suya had to go for the Odin. You play greedy, you smoke down, grab the Odin, chuck it to a teammate, and now you got two guns. And please, and don't stand behind that double stack, because again, everybody spams that. Even if it wasn't an Odin spamming it and a couple of rifles are spamming it, same deal, you just die. So it's a really rough spot to be playing. But unfortunately for them, despite getting the first kill, it's very difficult to win that post plant with only pistols, even with the Blade Storm. How are you supposed to stop that retake from coming in with a bunch of frenzies?
Yeah, really no way, unless you're getting some lucky dinks for people like coming on the site, and then you're able to escape without taking damage. You're gonna take a damage. And speaking of dinks, Inox actually able to find one onto Screwface. That's the operator down. Polar is there out towards mid to make sure nobody will be retrieving that weapon. A solid way to kick things off. Seekers to follow. Guiding Light gonna go through. The paranoia stops things for a second. Hot Hands is there, and lockdown used as well, so a lot invested to stop Cosmic Divide from coming towards the safe side, and they run right into Harmon, so it works out perfectly.
What a play. I mean, that play initially was just to A, stop the aggression, but also stop Ange from dying, because Ange was screwed. He was in a position where, you know, flashed up, had the Hot Hands down. Things are looking pretty grim there. That massive flank from Harmon after the Cosmic Divide, and now Ange in the same position, and he's thinking, yeah, they won't check me, they won't expect me to be there again. Spike's down, 36 to play 2 versus 4, and Ange will go down, but it gets instantly traded.
The trade angle, right? You talked about the importance of that, and we're getting to see it here. Now Giovanni able to play a trade angle off the back end of a recon bolt, so gets the information, gets the kill. Now, unfortunately, has to find 2 more here in this round. As that Spike goes down, will hold the angle. It's spotted out by 1, and I don't know if Giovanni knows that both are coming from that tree position. So still very healthy is the Sova, as all the utility now has been expended and maybe the position given away. So we'll stay undetected for only 1 ping. The next one comes on through. The turret goes down, the Spike to beat a fuse. Kohler just looking to stick it here. Goes halfway. There's the kill. Harmon to close things out. A 3K on the round, and I mean, is the dynamic duo and Kohler and Harmon to open that round as well.
I'm looking for some extra guns here before DarkZero actually get this defuse. They're looking for the operator. Yeah, there it is. They'll give it back to Screwface for sure. So it's op plus, I think Harmon still has the Odin, so the most expensive guns. No, he doesn't. They'll rebuy it though. Odin will come back to this particular round. There it is. And DarkZero should be able to claim 10 off this one. It'll be a 3-round difference. Cosmic Divide safe for sure. Now, look, there have been some good ecos coming through from Cosmic Divide, but there is no Blade Storm. And that's the part that hurts.
Yeah, that was really the driving force behind the thrifty rounds that they picked up, was that Suya had the blades online, was able to pop them, and at the very least, you know, force DarkZero into awkward spots that allowed his team to pick up kills. This time, like you said, Avril doesn't have it, so, you know, it should be a 10th round. Obviously, we can't count Cosmic Divide out, but without that ultimate, without any ultimates, actually, it gets a whole lot less doable. Now, it will be spotted out. They get the tag onto Anderson, and they should assume this site almost for free. As a nice flashes there from Ange. Anderson able to pick up another, and well, instead of a thrifty, how about another call out here in a flawless, as Duck, the only one remaining, finds the dink, finds the kill, makes me eat my words, but it's still a 10th round for DarkZero either way.
Yeah, it's not going to be quite the flawless, but it's okay. I think DarkZero here are fine with it. They have so much money, they don't really particularly care. 8.7k online for Screwface, and doesn't even drop for a teammate. Bit of a sad. And sitting there on 2.7, like, surely you could drop for me. Timeout has been activated here. I'm not too sure which team from the attacking teams. Yeah, Cosmic Divide need to think hard about what they want to do with these guns for this gun round, because they're on a bit of a lost streak right now. If they lose this one, I suspect they're going to go into either full buys or just force buys or half buys, and Guardians again, or, you know, Bulldogs actually probably most likely. So if they want to avoid that situation, this becomes a must-win round. And they have some good ultimates. Orbital Strike is there for the post-plant.
This is something that we didn't see at all in our first series. And every time a timeout gets called, I almost get surprised because of, I feel like, the lack of timeouts that actually get used. I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, here we go. Somebody's calling a timeout. I feel like this is a tool that is so underappreciated throughout the scene at any level.
I don't know why EG didn't do any timeouts in the last couple maps. I thought they would have needed them, but maybe they were confident they had the play regardless. So what we got here, Screwface did drop for somebody. You can see his money has gone down just a little bit. Odin picked up with Giovanni, so they want to challenge towards B, and there it is straight over. They're going to walk straight in. And this is enough of a, I wouldn't even say it's a gamble, but notice that Giovanni doesn't have full armor, so he's really believing in this Odin.
Scanning ahead.
The spray actually coming from a different angle there. So this attacking Odin out towards this, you know, B main area from the attacking sided spawn doesn't get any value right off the rip. And, you know, it doesn't get any easier from here to swing these angles and find the kills with the Odin, as Harmon doing a good job. Make sure nobody flanks out through mid off the back end of a timeout. The one thing that you should be able to expect if you're the, you know, the team that didn't call the timeout is something set is coming. So you really have to cover all of your grounds here in this round.
Yeah, it's either something set or it's going to be just a bit of a reset in the minds of Cosmic Divide as well, just to take a bit of a breather. They've spent quite a few rounds. I noticed that a lot of the ecos, especially for Cosmic Divide, are just heavy stacking and not a lot of defaulting, not a lot of, you know, trying to gain position on the map, where especially on an eco, trying to isolate some kills. Screwface will find a kill to duck Harmon onto the Hunter's Fury, and Cosmic Divide now trying to explore mid and maybe catch somebody off.
Oh, from the shadows, narrowly missed there. It does get canceled, and Suya is able to find one on Kohler, who was trying to rotate over. So 2 kills traded back, puts Cosmic Divide now a player ahead. Anderson has other plans for this round as they go back down a player, so he is able to get onto the site as that neural theft comes through. 2 pushing up here from DarkZero. Spotted out and maybe taken down. 3 players still to worry about. Suya on low HP and only 2 on the site. We'll see if that Odin gets some value here as Harmon sprays for the box. Hot Hand's going to be used as well to try and clear things out. Giovanni so far off the site, and I'm wondering what he has for it. If the 2 players go down, this could be awfully scary. Recon Bolt for the information. It's going to go up top. There's the tag. Maybe through the wall. Not able to find anything. It doesn't matter, though. Harmon, the last one standing, running out of time as that spike ticks down. Can only hope to do some damage off the back end of a timeout. Cosmic Divide will hop back in the win column.
I definitely agree with you. I think Giovanni played really far off. I think the strat there was to recon, then spam through the walls, but didn't really end up happening anyway. So the biggest thing they got out of the neural theft information from Cherms was that no one was flanking. That means Giovanni's got a free angle to play with on B main, and he ended up playing that mega defensively. Aside from that, though, I mean, the plant came on through. Their mid play ended up being very valuable for them. So yeah, Screwface opens up the kill, but because they had control on towards mid, that's where Suya found value. So a little bit more defaulting definitely helps out Cosmic Divide and keeps them in this
One down.
Well, it's Duck again to fall to the operator. Change looks to go aggressive. They completely pinch B, gives all the information that nobody is here. So A, looking to be the final destination here for Cosmic Divide, and Churm trying to get over towards the wine room is eventually going to fall. That shot goes just a bit wide as Screwface narrowly makes it out alive. Suya, worse for wear as well. 55 health here on the Jet. It's 2 players ahead for DarkZero. A couple very low. You see 1 HP there on Kohler as that drone goes through. The spike goes down and the retake to ensue.
And now there's 5 seconds left on towards this recon as well. Once that's available, DarkZero will have their proper retake. What is that? Suya and Giovanni. 3 kills, fed in. Giovanni can make the clutch happen now. It's a possible 1 versus 2. Recon has been spent, but hasn't been able to get a ping through. They know he's in Helder. They have to approach this together. They will. And Giovanni isn't going to get a single frag. Nearly got one over towards Ange, but even if that had happened, Harmon gets the kill anyway. DarkZero will still claim number 11.
Yeah, that was scary. Again, it was Suya to really kind of take things in their own hands and start to turn the round upside down. Just couldn't find enough in that one. And like you said, the 11th round for DarkZero, the economy's still looking pretty good. It's you can't really say the same across from it. And there's a weapon being bought up here. I'm not going to say the name of it because I'm afraid that it'll go away. There it
All you
goes.
have to do is think about it, you know?
Yeah,
You thought about it, and that's enough.
yeah, that was. I guess what off the back end of that, you get maybe one more piece of utility, which is quite possibly what Duck needs. The problem with Duck though is died almost immediately in the first few seconds of the last couple of rounds, so it needs to stay
That's
alive
it
to
all.
actually get these seekers.
It's Screwface doing the most right now. Screwface is going to get another freebie here for sure. Yep, there it is. Untradeable. And now the rest of the... Well, he's actually getting more kills than that as well. DC, they've got this under lock. Cosmic Divide cannot respond with enough, even with Giovanni's too.
There's not a whole lot you can do to stop Screwface once he gets started. There's really no slowing this player down, and the 3 kills on this round proves it. Make it 4 as DarkZero push to map point here on Ascent. Just when you thought you had something, Screwface steals it away. Now we go into the last one, and it's once more another yard sale buy.
I gotta say right now, the biggest problem here is you need to see Cosmic Divide apply a lot more utility to push off Screwface from these lines. First of all, you have to identify what lines he's playing, and I gotta say, that line that he had on A, looking down over towards A main was beautiful, and that was a hard one for Cosmic Divide to sort of preempt. But you need to be spending more flashes, more smokes, more X, more Y, more everything to stop Screwface from getting value, because time and time again, he will open up. He's getting these 5v4s and enabling DarkZero to always have a player advantage.
And this time they used some utility to gain some space, but it's still Screwface holding it down. Churms could be in a tough spot should he look to swap back over or hop over to the opposite side of A main. Now playing inside wine. That spike slowly creeping up towards mid, and I mean, we've seen Ainge play inside the sky smoke before. It's a curveball out and maybe some kills to follow. Duck looks to throw in the guiding light. Not even necessary. As Suya finds that first kill. There's the weapon upgrade, but the operator is still here. They have not found out where Screwface is playing just yet.
Good drone.
Oh, they are about to find out. Now Screwface backs away from it. Still kind of holding it down. Maybe the drone spotted out the jet, though. Xenox able to find one onto Kohler. It's Cosmic Divide battling back here on the attacking side as they rotate towards B.
Yeah, okay, so I don't think the drone did see Screwface, but it doesn't matter. How does Churms hit that? That's beautiful. And the Guardian's finding a lot of value now. Harmon thinks he's got a kill through the Odin. Yep, certainly has. With only one player alive now, Cosmic Divide surely have this under lock. It's 16 HP for Harmon. He even goes for the Hunter's Fury, just blindly. One tag. Doesn't find much after that. 14 seconds, though. There's not been a plant just yet.
One enemy remaining.
No.
10 seconds left.
This is clutchable. This is clutchable for sure.
Recon. The tag. Oh. Harmon is looking to swap weapons. Unfortunately, it's a Guardian, but it's still a one-tap to the head. Now, unaware of where the sky is playing, Duck look to clutch things out as the guiding light goes up top. Not going to find the flash to shots. Through Boathouse, going to go wide as well. Harmon slowly creeps up. Has a good bit of time still to work with on the spike, but needs to find the angle, and it's Duck instead to come out on top. Cosmic Divide will hang on.
And going shopping for whatever gun is off Phantom. That'll be the one they're looking for. So 12 has been found, but remember, Cosmic Divide have been in the situation. They've been in a worse situation. They've come back from a 7 to 12. Granted, DarkZero is probably a higher caliber team. They're going to have to make a comeback versus, but they've bought themselves into a possibility. That previous buy from Cosmic Divide, like you said, it's the bargain bin sale right there. They had to really come through Guardians and Ares and all that kind of stuff. Now they got some real weapons to play with. I gotta say, that kill on the Screwface was so clean.
It was the gun that we've been waiting to see. It was that Guardian that ended up getting it done. And yeah, just the tracking through the wall and really secures that round. Not that, if 2 players are still alive, maybe DarkZero pull that out, but if Screwface is still alive, right, all of the momentum is on the back of Screwface, I feel like, because of what he's been able to do. Also, the IGL, he's calling for the team, so you take that player off and, kind of a stinky way to do it, just, kind of taking him down through the wall. As I say that, Screwface still staying hot. Finds that first on Anox. Stuck able to push through. Catches Ainge with his hands in his pockets as Harmon trades one back. Cosmic Divide now down a player this time around, but Suya is there to trade it back, and it's on Screwface. Who better than?
Unlucky timing. Screwface actually pulls out the knife, and speaking of which, I mean, timings again. Somebody Anderson onto Giovanni, so both teams are just finding these picks in towards mid versus each other. They have to be very respectful of who could be pushing out and when. 37 seconds remaining, 2 versus 3, and they need to make a commitment one side or another. Is it going to be versus Kohler and all the Killjoy utility, or versus the 2 players that DarkZero have on A?
And that Killjoy utility is just, it's the perfect setup to have in the situation that DarkZero find themselves in, whereas the Killjoy can just hang out. It's going to stop a push no matter what. Suya, it's tagged by the dart, maybe the shocks as well. It's all up to Suya here as Harmon will find the last frag to close out things on Ascent. 13-9 as they take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, so no comeback for Cosmic Divide this time around. DarkZero, especially on Screwface.